Rain poured heavily on the tin roof of a small, crumbling house at the edge of the bustling city of Lagos. Inside, a young woman sat silently on a wooden chair, her clothes damp from the journey she had taken earlier that morning. Her name was Amara, a 25-year-old woman with eyes that carried both resilience and deep sorrow. She had just buried her father, a man she had never truly known. Amara's life had been shaped by hardship. Raised solely by her mother, she grew up believing her father had abandoned them when she was only a baby. Her mother never spoke much about him, only saying, "Some men are not meant to be in our lives, my child." So, when her mother passed away when Amara was just 18, she was left entirely on her own, scraping by through odd jobs and small tailoring work. But 2 weeks ago, a letter arrived. It was written in elegant handwriting and sealed with a golden emblem. The letter informed her that her father had died and requested her presence at his burial. Confused and angry, Amara almost tore it up. But something deep inside urged her to go. She didn't know it then, but that decision would change her life forever. The funeral was grand. Extravagant cars lined the driveway of a massive estate surrounded by towering palm trees. Men in crisp suits and women in glittering gowns moved about with quiet grief. Amara stood awkwardly near the back, dressed in a simple black dress she had sewn herself. People whispered and stared. "Who is that girl?" someone murmured. "I heard she's the daughter from his previous relationship," another voice hissed, as if Amara was some dark secret. She felt completely out of place, but she forced herself to stay. This was her father's funeral, and even though she barely knew him, she needed to pay her respects. As the ceremony concluded, a tall, well-dressed woman approached. She introduced herself as Mrs. Okoro, the family lawyer. "Miss Amara," she said gently, "your father left specific instructions for me to meet with you after the burial. Please, come to my office tomorrow. It's important." Amara nodded nervously. She didn't understand why a man who had never been in her life would want to see her after death through a lawyer. Meanwhile, in another corner of the estate, a group of people watched Amara closely. Among them was Kelechi, her husband of 3 years, and his mother, Mama Kelechi. Kelechi's family had always looked down on Amara. They came from a wealthy background, while she had nothing to her name. When Kelechi married her out of love, his mother was furious, insisting that he deserved a woman from a proper family. And now, seeing Amara connected to this wealthy man's funeral, Mama Kelechi's heart burned with envy. "Do you see how she carries herself?" Mama